One of the problems with consequentialism is that people don't think very imaginatively about what counts as a consequence. So you have the classic trolley problem that many of you have probably heard of. This is ubiquitous now in moral philosophy and in neuroscientific research on morality. You have a train coming down the track, and it's going to hit and kill 5 workmen who don't see it coming. But you stand at a switch, and you can throw the switch, and the train will take another track, and there it will only kill 1 workman. And so people are asked, should you flip that switch? Now, when asked this, 95% of people say, well, absolutely, you have to flip that switch. You save a net 4 lives. You'd be a moral monster not to do that. But you can pose the problem another way. You now stand on a footbridge overlooking the trolley track. The trolley's coming down the track, and there's a suitably large person at your side who you can push into the path of the oncoming trolley, killing him, obviously, but saving a net 4 lives. And now, posed under this guise, 95% of people say you would be a monster to push that fat man onto the track. Now, I happen to think this is somewhat ill-posed because I think we all have an intuitive physics and we burn a fair amount of fuel wondering whether the fat man is really going to stop the trolley. But even if you finesse it and make it clear that he will, they seem different, these situations. Now, from the usual consequentialist point of view, people say, well, it's the same. You just have body count. This is actuarially, this is the same scenario. But maybe it is, in fact, not the same. If it is just fundamentally different to push a person up close and personal to his death than to flip a switch, if that difference can never be reformed, then they're not, in fact, the same. If you're going to wake up with nightmares for the rest of your life because you pushed someone, but feel like a hero because you flipped a switch, those are the consequences that have to be built into our analysis. And there are many ways in which the traditional discussion of these issues breaks down. So that's
another version of that one is the hospital, where there's one patient who needs a kidney transplant, another patient needs a heart transplant, another patient needs a lung transplant, another patient needs a liver transplant, and there are no organs available. But then the doctors notice that there's somebody in the waiting room who has a perfectly healthy one of all these things. So you can kill one to save 4. And it's the same point, that the positive act of killing somebody is one that nobody warms to.
But just imagine if we all lived in a society where at any moment you could be sitting in your doctor's office thinking you're getting a checkup, and you could be grabbed and vivisected for the sake of others. We would live in constant terror